listening to, watching, hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling sex, drugs, and skincare. Like and subscribe. Hey, welcome back to Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. I am Nikki Davis Jr. and I'm a licensed comedian, stand-up esthetician. And first of all, before we move on and
get the disclaimer.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah. I'm also not a doctor.
She's not.
I am not.
She's like a lot of new stuff I'm finding out about you.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Yeah, you said you were a PhD.
No, I just look up stuff on AI. So on the Google.
Well, that's fine. You're good.
Yeah. That's probably all they do anyway. Yeah.
That's going to be the new thing. People are going to go to somebody's house and be like, "Can you help me?" And they're like, "Sure." And they just look it up on Chat GPT or whatever. And then like, I know this. And like, you don't have to do anything.
I think they're doing therapy like that now.
With the AI?
With AI. So we can save some money.
I wonder
couples counseling.
T.I. is upset with AI. And not Treasure Island. I'm talking about the rapper. Actually, his name is Theodore Island. Did you know that? It's Theodore Island, T.I.
He was a GI.
He was a GI.
Yeah, and he had an infection in his upper GI.
That's right. Which I heard was pretty good. Now, anyways.
Come on, that was so good.
Okay, let's go home.
That was so good.
Let's just go home.
Okay, and then what else? Subscribe. Graphics. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
I like that. You should be like, and right here, we're going to put nothing. And at the bottom of the screen, you'll notice nothing is there.
So hit right where that nothing is.
And again, we like to let people know you don't have to like it to like it. We don't care if you hate the podcast. Subscribe. I used to listen to Rush Limbaugh, and I hated the guy. And it's not fair because I didn't know him, but I used to be like, how can somebody be so stupid?
He made his whole living on people hating him.
Yeah. So you can make money doing that. And that's what we want to do.
We want to make money.
We don't want to be polarizing. But
we don't want to be Amy polarizing.
There we go. That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Amy polarizing. You think she wears polarized sunglasses? I want to make mention. We brought lights in here.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm mentioning is because for the first half of this, I had my foot directly in front of it.
Oh, perfect.
And I was like, I'm glad I brought the light here.
Well, put in the comment section if you've noticed if we look especially young and supple today.
Supple.
Yeah. Oh, what was I going to say? I feel like
that's a good improv, by the way.
Yeah.
That's another good improv line. Yeah. We do a lot of bad improv, so which is good improv, was realistic improv, and the other one is like, what was I gonna say?
Yeah.
Because improv, you're not supposed to think about your response,
right? Or, I don't believe you.
Yeah. I don't believe you.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Hey, pizza delivery for the guy I see. I didn't believe that. And then scene. So like the whole improv is like 1 hour show is like 50 different scenes. It's
just somebody just constantly negating the person who walks in the room.
No. And they're like,
Psh, I just shot you.
Yeah. It's not bad improv. It's just a typical conversation you have with people.
I thought you were going to say it was a rare type of improv that you don't get to see often.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone tries to do good improv and have you clap and stuff.
I mean, whatever.
It's bullshit.
It's boring.
Yeah, it's not for me.
No.
So you're not a doctor.
No.
What do you do?
I'm an esthetician for 25 years. I've been doing that. I'm also a stand-up comedian, but more.
But you're a licensed stand-up comedian.
I am a licensed stand-up comedian. Yes, I do have my license.
Okay.
And I like to work standing up when I'm doing my facials. I actually did used to like to do that, and then I would do butt exercises while I was doing the clients.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah. No, I would put my leg back and do kickbacks. They had no idea.
Wow. So you're very good. You can keep your hands like this and move them like this, and then the rest of your body does not vibrate your hands at all, and they can't. You're like a Tempur-Pedic mattress, where you can do this, and kick your hands and a bunch of flailing with your feet.
Unless I lose my Tempur-Pedic.
Well, yeah, that's true. Because then people get the vibrations are low vibrations, but they have a lot of ripples.
Speaking of low vibrations and ripples, these jokes.
I'm trying to eat up time. You told me that you wanted 8 minutes of nonsense at the top. And I'm trying really hard.
Well, we turned the camera on at 2 or 3 minutes, so you might have a couple more minutes. But
no, I'm going to relinquish it to you because I'm already having fun, and I want to keep that going.
By the way, you look really cute. I just wanted to tell you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, you look like you've lost weight, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've lost. I think I'm the same weight. I think I've lost some of the water poundage.
You know what I'm saying, though. You look slimmer.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I've been eating nothing but nuts and quinoa and corn chips and peanuts and almonds.
He's not even making that
and
up.
Avocados.
Avocados.
And I will have a tortilla once in a while as
Like
often as
4
I
of them?
can.
Yeah.
Rice and a couple protein bars. No meat.
Mm-mm.
I've been trying to just,
No
whatever
dairy.
that does.
We're just
Yeah.
trying it. We're just gonna see what happens. So far, I feel good. Do you feel good?
I feel good. I feel like I have honestly more energy.
Mhm.
And it's just the thing is I'm eating cleaner. I'm not allowing myself to have all that, all the excess sugar as well.
Yeah.
And I quit DMT and I quit heroin. I don't do those nearly as often as I used to.
No.
But yeah, it's been good. I feel more energetic, and it's not a thing I look at and I'm like, oh, I'm never eating meat again. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm just gonna try it out and see. And so far, I like it. If I crave a hamburger sometime, maybe.
I just see the picture of the things that I've seen in movies now
Mhm.
as before I put the meat in. I see the picture of what the meat looked like before they put it in the package.
Yeah.
Not in its natural package of its skin, but like once
Into the wrapping.
the slaughter and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, this got dark.
It's okay. All we're trying to say is don't believe the labels on anything. If it says organic, who the hell knows?
Honestly,
Yeah, seriously. You have to kind of grow your own stuff. Here's what you do. Get a garden,
Yeah.
make a garden. Everybody has room for a garden in their life, right? You have an apartment, make a garden. No, but it's just interesting. It keeps I like to pay attention to the labels, so it makes me more conscious, which ultimately makes me more present because I have to sit there and read it and I slow down. And usually I'm just like, nah, I don't want this.
You eat a lot less ice cream when you slow down like that.
Totally. And I don't have any corn syrup either. That's been like 6 months now.
Yeah.
I haven't done that. But I just, I have all the soy lecithin that I want and the riboflavins I let go through the roof.
Yeah, I have a lot of guar gum.
You have a lot of guar gum?
Yeah. Do you want a slice?
Yeah, he works over at the Comedy Store. Guar gum.
Guar
does.
gum.
I don't know if you know him or not. He's a sweet guy.
No.
Uh,
Guar gum Felix?
no, Guam Felix. He's a funny comedian
know.
and a very sweet human being, and no one say otherwise. Yeah.
I wouldn't dare.
Okay, what's today's topic about?
Today's topic, I was just going to mention that I'm wearing his ponytail, but
He would like that joke.
Yeah. Today's topic is part 2 of Botox.
Okay.
So last week we did with Francisco Ramos. We did part 1.
He has a lot of passion. It's hard not to speak like him because he's just got so much. So I get that. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. And we did the good effects. We did the
Mhm.
health, the benefits of.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know, health benefit. I guess in some ways there were some health benefits.
Well, because we
to
talked
it.
about like people can inject them in their jaws, and that helps with like loosening. If you like have a thing where you bite your jaws,
or migraines,
bite your jaws,
You bite your jaws,
where you like have headaches or
where your
whatever.
teeth are in backwards and they
Yeah.
bite you on the jaw.
Mhm.
No, and then there was some other things like hyperhidrosis, the sweating thing.
Oh, the hyper.
People put it in their hands and their feet and under their arms so they don't sweat so much. And
Mhm.
there was a bunch of other stuff in there. But today we're going to talk about. I'm going to review where Botox came from,
Okay.
what it is exactly,
Mhm.
and then what. There's a couple of studies that I wanted to look at, and then just like the regular side effects that they do talk about on the like on the warning labels,
Mhm.
but some of that I've been telling people for years. So we'll talk about that too. So we're kind of just weighing our options.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So let's bring up
Okay.
our client. I almost said.
Well, he's our client for
Yeah.
the day. He's a sweetheart. I've known him for so many years. He's one of the coolest people you ever hang with. One of the coolest people to watch do comedy. He's a talented. He's an Italian comedian. He's a talented comedian. He's a talented fucking actor, writer. He's an incredible artist. There's just so many cool things, and he's super fun to party with. And I love this dude. I mean, party. I mean, like, just let yourself go and just be silly. He's just a really, really fun dude. Please give it up for my very, very good friend Taylor Bos.
How's it going,
Yay.
everybody? Hello.
Come on.
How's it going,
Hi.
guys? Hello, hello.
Hello.
It's good to be here. Thanks for having me here.
Thanks for coming.
Yes. Good to see you, Nikki, Sandro.
See you, buddy.
Yeah.
Taylor's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life.
Seriously.
And so Hollywood Boulevard is your piece still? You have
yeah.
Oh, the
an art-
mural?
You have the
Mhm.
mural.
Yeah. It's
Up
over
on
by up in Thai Town.
in Thai Town. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
cool.
What's the Hollywood? What's the intersection? Hollywood and
Hollywood and Harvard.
Harvard.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so cool. You're heading east on Hollywood Boulevard, and you get to Harvard, the intersection. We look up. I look over to the left. Nikki's like, "Hey, is that like Taylor's?" And I'm like, "What?" And we get close, and then we see your signature at the bottom, and obviously it's yours.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm like, Oh, yeah, I saw him. Then I'm like, oh, of course he wouldn't have told me. Of course, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you just do your thing. You're
You
an
wouldn't
artist.
brag
You do
about
what
it.
you do,
Yeah.
and
Thanks.
then
I didn't brag about it, but I just put it 40 feet tall on Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah. Just laid my dick right across Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah. I think that says enough about it.
and
But
that's
that one, I actually had to redo that one because it got tagged bad.
Oh, really?
no.
But I mean, nobody knows. Like you've seen it since then, I'm sure. But I kind of like set it up because I knew that was going to happen, just because there was a bunch of tags even before
Oh, shit.
I put that up. So I came down one day and the thing was just it was right across. And I was
What
just
a
like,
bunch
oh
of
man.
dicks.
So I had all the paint and everything. I had to go back over it and stuff. But it's cool because you could see I did it. I had it covered within a day.
Mhm.
And you could see the tag in between like some of the lines and stuff like that. I was just picturing the guy coming back and just being like, son of a bitch. Because I did it quick and I'm pretty proud of that. But yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get his fame like you wanted.
He tagged the shit out of it. Yeah. It was huge. It was a big time tagger though. I was asking like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I didn't want to post that whole thing because I mean that has my name on it. That is what, you know, so I didn't want to start this
Right.
thing.
Oh,
Or-
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
yeah.
more work for me too.
Worse, yeah.
Totally.
Did they pay you twice?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
God, no. Just once. Just once, and I have to maintain it forever because I live. I totally undersold
You do
myself
very
like I always do.
healthy.
Yeah, I have a very healthy relationship with this mural.
Yeah.
I look at it every day. But no, I just paid once, and then I gotta maintain it. I've thought about like changing and stuff like that, but I can't bear it.
Well, I think it's really cool.
Thank you.
I felt very proud of myself for even being like, I just glanced over and I was like, that looks like Taylor.
Thank you. That was that.
Yeah.
Thank you. That means the world to me because also I wanted to look like one of my smaller pieces
It does.
because thank you because that's how I did it. So I just made huge paintbrushes and rollers on the bottom of the stick. So I didn't climb ladders because it's like it messes with like your style if you keep going up there and doing it and then coming back down.
Yeah.
So I just did it all by standing there with huge poles. I mean, I was exhausted.
My God.
But that's so it could look messy like that. So it looks like it shows speed because I like showing speed
Like
when
movement?
yes, and like showing that I did do it quick
Oh,
and
okay, yeah.
confidently, you know. And that's why it looks like something that I did, just because I did it from all one spot, like how you would if you were just drawing a normal picture.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah,
I never even considered because the perspective, like
exactly.
you see how big it is, and you see it from the road, you see it from the street,
Yeah,
and it's obviously bigger than like, you know, the paintings you have because it's on a
Yeah.
wall. But then also when you get up close to it, it's even bigger. So the perspective, you have to keep that in
exactly.
your head.
And I didn't want those lines getting tight when I got close to it, you know, because
Gotcha.
Oh,
it's
right.
not how it'd be observed and stuff like that. I wanted to look like how fast I did it.
Gotcha. And I know exactly what you're talking about because when I get up and down off a ladder with stucco, I have to go down there and I have to put it on because I keep the bucket. And every time I go up, I'm a stucco artist, but I'm terrible at stucco, but I get the job done.
Sculptor.
But no, it's got to be interesting to go back up and down because yeah, you're not at the same place. You're different places every time you're up and down.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
And I like the drips in there and I like all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it shows speed. I like showing speed.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what, okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that was something that was like something that you wanted to depict.
I just
in
like
your
it because I like when I see it in other people because it shows confidence in that the artist had. So
Right.
it's like,
Wow.
so if it's like, if you move in and out of like realism or you move in and out of anything, like having something just all look like it was done fast appeals to me, but also well, you know. So it's like, so I just wanted to show that my hand was doing everything that I wanted it to do.
Oh yeah, like there's no delay.
Exactly.
You're just
Yeah,
I like that as well. I mean, it sounds poetic because of the fact that like you're doing it and you're confident with it. But I love the aspect that it shows decision. Like it just shows like you're not like you know.
Yeah.
it's just-
that's what I learned. I couldn't smoke pot when I did murals because
Oh,
it
wow.
makes you second guess
Wow.
yourself.
Yeah.
So it's just like your mistake is
man.
like 5 feet wide, and you're just like, wow, man, that's terrible. So it's
Yeah.
like I found out on that one I couldn't smoke pot. Yeah. So while I was doing big pieces like that,
Wow.
because your editing process on a mural takes forever.
And then,
yeah.
and then you just overthink everything.
Yeah.
When you're
You got to
smoking
save all the editing for the taggers when you have to go back in there.
Exactly. I like what you did there.
Yeah.
I wish you would have left a little sign.
But it was so bad. It was metallic paint across. I was like, oh man.
Did it even look good? Like for them? Like was it?
I mean, there was some intent to it, and it was fine. I mean, whatever. Yeah, it didn't look good because it was over the top of mine. But
yeah. I just mean like
I mean, he tried to space it out and make it look semi
okay,
but.
Yeah. At least he didn't write I like this.
That's
also a
great job.
Could have just told me, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'll meet you up here and you can tell me stuff.
Yeah.
You're just up there the whole time, and just in the off chance that he comes up and you just take off a cloak and you're like,
exactly. I've been waiting for you forever.
Oh my God.
Nikki.
Yes.
Speaking.
Yeah.
Of, not bad actors, but people that want to go in there and put their art to it, and there's a negative side.
Yeah.
What are the negative effects of Botox?
Wow, that was a really smooth transition.
Thank you very much. I've been working on my say one thing and do another.
That's perfect.
I've had Botox one time.
You did?
Yeah, one time.
You seem like you are Botox a little bit.
Oh, thank you.
Your
I'm
face
just shiny.
doesn't move a lot.
No, I'm just shiny.
No. Your face.
My face doesn't move. I know.
You don't make like a lot of expression.
Yeah, it's the sign of what's going on inside my head too.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah. I find that extremely hard to believe.
That's my gift. Nothing. I get to think about nothing
You're
all
so
day.
Lucky.
But no, I had it in my forehead one time.
Why?
Because my brother at the time was dating an esthetician.
Oh, huh?
And I just because I had this line. And I still do, but obviously it came back. But yeah, I did it. Man, it was weird because it's like you forget that it takes away your expression.
Yeah.
So it's like this
comedian,
didn't work.
Yeah.
This didn't work for like a year.
You just look like a psycho killer.
Yeah, like even my brow was even more furled. But man, it was smooth.
Wow, like a baby's bum.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't. You're the last person I ever thought would ever have Botox.
I regretted it immediately.
Yeah.
So you were doing this, but you
didn't
feel anything.
But the middle of my eyebrows, because I have huge eyebrows, so it was so obvious, So it's like, but the middle of my eyebrows wouldn't move, but it was just the outside of them moving.
That's one of the bad things. It's like you paralyze one muscle and other ones compensate for it.
Because that's what it's doing. That's the key thing that it's doing is paralyzation.
It's paralyzing the muscle.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's one of the bad things. So just really quick, we'll go over just a quick review. No, don't ever be sorry. Like you talk about whatever you want and I'll interrupt you if I need to, or Sandra will interrupt you in a weird way.
In a weird way, yeah.
Yeah, in an awkward way. So
Nikki, what's Botox?
It's a neurotoxin, right? Thank you. It's a neurotoxin. It's derived from bacterium Clostridium. I don't know if it's botulinum. Is that how you say it? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Thank you.
Like the botulism.
Like botulism, right? Mm-hmm. So it starts off, and they cultivate it in a lab. Obviously, they don't get it from animals, which I learned. I did not know that. They do test it on animals, and that's one of the things that I don't like about it because it's not cruelty free. So that's one of the downsides to it.
I need all the squirrels I see to have expression. I want squirrels to feel like they can just, not they're just like boring.
Yeah.
What the hell does a bow tie squirrel look like?
Yeah, right.
What kind of animals are they testing on?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
just
assuming
a pig is smooth as shit out there. Permanent grease like my face.
Yeah, what the hell? True, because you're paralyzing the muscles of the animals.
Like on a mouse or something.
Oh, that's cruel.
I know, it is really cruel. It's animal cruelty.
Could you imagine Botoxing a little bunny rabbit's nose and it couldn't go like this? That's messed up.
I know it is.
I almost said the F word. No, I already said it 3 times.
Oh, okay, we only don't say it just because YouTube doesn't throttle our stuff.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
But
whatever.
if it's part of the art,
do it.
Let it go.
Yeah, honestly. But it's a natural thing that's found in soils. It's found in the intestinal tracts of mammals and fish. So it is a natural thing when it's in spores, and it's generally harmless unless it's concentrated like that. And then they put it into your muscle, and that's what they do. And that's what you experienced is you got that little.
It's wild how fast it works.
How fast did it take to kick in?
I think just that almost immediately, right? Because it puffs up like crazy. I had to work that day, and it was wild.
Oh my
like,
God.
What'd you
do? Like Fred Munster.
Yes, I did. Because my forehead's big already, and then it was just highlighted.
Wait, so you put it in, and then where you have like the line or whatever you're trying to get rid of, or trying to, it puffs that out too?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think it's a reaction to the shot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then by not moving your eyebrows, you don't do any further.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So you don't really get rid of the line. You just get rid of like
the movement that makes the line.
of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can prevent it from coming by doing it before you get the line. But once you have the line, like you said, you put it in, you're not going to see it as much. But then as soon as it wears off,
so
it's
is that
gonna
what
come
that
back.
tape does when people like sleep with tape on their? So they're just erasing the lines by not having
by
their
not
face move?
having their face squished and whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah, so that they're not making those like
Okay.
lines in their own faces. And plus, we talked about this in another episode, but a lot of these lines are they have fascia that's sort of stuck down on your skin, and so
Yeah.
it's really not going to go away unless you do it would be really hard to get rid of even with like a lot of massage. So honestly though, like I know 18-year-olds that have way more wrinkles than anybody I know, including you. I mean, you don't really even have any lines on your face aside from just like the very two small ones above your head. I mean, above your
But
head.
those are pretty common.
Everybody has.
I was gonna say those are the lines where you see someone, you're like, oh, okay.
I've had that like my whole life.
Yeah.
Because
Same
you would
here.
like,
A lot of hats too.
Mhm.
oh right, because the hat's pushing down and then
Yeah.
you're looking up.
Yeah.
I don't really have them, but
No, you
I also
don't.
don't make a lot of expression with my eyes either.
Yeah,
I mean, I
she's
make
pretty-
that with the eyes,
Do you
but
have
not like
Botox?
no
You have no Botox.
no Botox,
She's
no,
just
no
dead-eyed.
filler, no Botox.
Interesting.
Yeah,
She has no feeling whatsoever.
like yeah. See, look.
Whoa.
But it takes me a lot to actually do it because I don't do it so often.
Mhm.
So it's not a part of something I do every day.
Yeah.
So then it's not going to become like, it's not going to make a little.
Uh-huh.
So were
Line.
you born without muscles in your forehead, or was it something like over time?
No, it's
over
called
time.
the fucking poker face.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, you can't show your parents that they got to you.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just yelled back at them, but you were just like,
you look like you yelled back at them.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I just sit there and
Yeah.
don't say anything. And yeah. But then I try to teach people like, instead of going like, hey, or, oh, that's stupid, just be like, open your eyes and go, oh, that's cool.
So it's just people just not to do anything.
Yeah, or just go like you're mad. And just instead of going like, oh, I'm mad, just
Yeah.
be like,
Oh, Missy, I wrote the book on that.
Yeah.
On a poker face.
show me your mad face. Oh, that's
kidding.
fucking
That's
that scares me. That's not angry. It's more like you left the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to show you happy. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That was the happy one. Yeah. Oh my
Kevin
god.
Spacey. If you watch his movies, he doesn't move his face really at all. He just talks like this, and his eyes don't even move. He has almost like
I think that's part of his deal, though, right?
yeah. He
Kinda?
doesn't have. There's no movement. I never really looked at his face for wrinkles but now that I'm thinking, I'm like, I wonder if that saved him a bunch. But then he's also, he might be soulless. I don't know. But
Yeah.
There's that.
that's also, but he's very like, that's his thing. He's very, very steady, very no movements or very slight movements.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like his move. I wonder if that was a conscious thing for like looks.
Well, I think he also grew up. I mean, I watched a little bit of it. Did you watch the documentary that was about him? And I think his
No.
brother was in it. Yeah, I
You
mean,
gotta
his-
watch it. It's hilarious. It is. I mean,
so
laugh
funny.
out loud.
It's a panty dropper. It's
Terrifying.
hilarious.
It's a panty dropper.
So funny. Your panties will fall right off.
Okay, but I think his dad was like, he was really into Nazis and they were abused. I mean, it was a bad scene as a kid for those guys, for those poor guys. So I think Kevin is I mean, I don't know, Kevin, if you're watching, I'm sorry for you, but he probably had a lot of abuse and
Can you bleep that out? We're not sponsored by
By
Kevin
Kevin
Spacey's
Spacey.
documentary. So get that right out of there.
yeah, or
But-
Nazis.
Or Nazis. Yeah, we don't do Nazis
No,
anymore. They never
no.
got back to us about the sponsorship. Jackasses.
Yeah, idiots.
We don't like Nazis.
Thank you for saying that.
Okay.
And reiterating.
I like
it.
to disclaim everything.
Yeah. And Will Ferrell does the same thing too. I think that's part of his deal too, though. Is like his eyes make one expression, but the rest of his face looks different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I used to be told I looked like Will Ferrell all the time when I
Yeah.
had hair.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I thought I was out of the woods when I lost my hair. And then it comes up every now and then. But now I've been getting Ari Shafir a lot.
No.
Since I lost a lot of
really?
weight,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I mean, I can see maybe
One-
why, because
one
you
customer the
you
other
both-
day said Ari Shafir on creatine.
That's kind of cool.
I was like, I guess I'll take it.
Yeah.
I see Will Ferrell. I see
Because the eyes, if the eyes were just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
if my eyes were
Eyes-
just a little bit closer, I'd be fucked.
Also, they stay very still too.
Sorry, I just said it.
No, you can say it. But
It's
like
part
when
of
you
it.
do your stand up too, like you're very straight faced as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So
You're so funny. Oh my
so
God.
funny. God damn.
Thanks.
Sorry, I just took a second to like picture watching you doing stand up.
Thanks.
All right.
We're gonna put all
All right,
your
back.
info at the bottom and to your website as well and everything because if you're ever at the Comedy Store, you got to see Taylor Bos live.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Botox, right?
Botox.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
All right. So,
Nikki.
Yes.
Stay on track.
All right. So, thank you. All right. So, pain and swelling. So, you got pain and swelling, obviously.
I had more swelling, less
More
pain.
swelling.
yeah.
Okay. Did you get any bruising? Because that's one of the things that can
Just-
happen.
I thought swelling was bruising.
No, well,
I guess maybe a little bit under the eyes. Yeah.
you know, just like the, like blue or,
Yeah.
Whatever, yellow. Yeah. You can get headache, like flu-like symptoms. I'm assuming it's because it's botulism put in your body.
Right. Your body reacts to it like it's a poison.
Yeah, I would assume if your
Mhm.
body's,
So it is just a poison.
it basically is just a neurotoxin. It's a poison.
It's a form of botulism, right? So it's
Mhm.
like the stuff where like if I remember just hearing stories. I think I said it last week as well. But like the family, like Thanksgiving dinner, they leave all the food out. They don't put it. Then later on that night, they make sandwiches, and apparently, like the food can get botulism that way, or like
Yeah.
there's a chance that you could die from it if the food cans they have, like soup cans, expand.
Yeah, like if that means they could have botulism inside of them.
Weird.
Yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
they
so
can
you can
kill
take-
you.
Yeah, and then open it up if that happens. Open it up and take that tomato soup
Uh-huh.
and pour it all over your face, and your muscles will like, yeah. You can take a bath with it.
Just huff it.
A nice lobster bisque.
Yeah. You never look better.
Mhm.
But yeah, also you can get droopy eyelids. Did you experience any like drooping or
No.
No? Okay.
No, it was just like it was puffy.
I've seen people who've had
It
it
was
in puffy.
puffy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no puff intended.
Yeah.
But I've seen people who have gotten it who I think even Nicole Kidman at one point did it, even though she claims she claims she didn't. But this part went down and then this part went up.
Oh yeah.
And it's like there's only one way that can happen, and that's Botox. And then eventually it goes back down. So like if you hit the wrong muscle or the wrong nerve, it can affect I mean, you
Yeah.
could even get like a wonky eye, or you
Yeah.
know what I mean. There's all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff there's a lot can go wrong with that stuff. Think about it.
Yeah.
So this is why we're covering this topic. What are you thinking?
No, I'm just remembering how, like
I'm always wondering
I
what
was just
Taylor's
like,
thinking.
I have to live like this for a while.
Yeah.
Like, I remember seeing it in the mirror. It was just like, I was like, oh my God,
Yeah,
this is
dude.
crazy.
Your
Oh my
brother's you're like, I love your girlfriend, man. She's really nice.
And you're trapped inside. Help! I'm alive.
Yeah.
For like 3 months, like something like that, before it came back.
I don't even know.
It was
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a while.
All right. Well, obviously, you can get an infection at the injection site, and the last one on the very not severe side effects, which I don't understand, but maybe I guess if we sat and thought about it for a while, loss of bladder control. And I'm assuming
Weird.
if it migrates to somewhere in your body that would give you, it controls your bladder.
I guess yeah. If it goes down there,
It can migrate.
You're just
yeah.
sitting there like it's just pissing yourself.
Yeah. Oh man, this sucks.
Yeah, how do I look though?
Yeah.
Do I look pretty good?
Yeah.
We don't look upset about it. So.
Yeah.
Your eyebrows look great.
Yeah.
Just diarrhea.
Oh my God.
Can you get diarrhea from Botox? I feel like loss of bladder control or infection at the infection site, right?
At the injection
At the
site.
injection site, right?
Not
Infection
the
at
infection site.
Actually,
There's going to be an infection at the infection
I was going to say
site.
that's very efficient to have the infection at the infection site.
Yes.
Normally you have to drive a little further down.
all the way to the injection
You have
site.
to take a shuttle. But so that means that like it can travel anywhere through your body and cause other like organ failure.
Well, I don't really know. And that's what I was looking into. I have, because since I started doing skincare 25 years ago, I used to work for this lady who she said, never do Botox, never do fillers. And she would say that there were studies that the Botox would end up in weird places. One of the places being at your brainstem. So I thought that doesn't seem like a good idea. But I read on science.org, I'm just going to read this. Researchers found that the neurotoxin, more commonly known as Botox, can migrate into your central nervous system after it's injected into the skin. So that makes me wonder what other and unintended things are going to happen from that. You know what I mean?
This kind of stuff can almost be like incremental, right? Like you get used to this and you're like, okay. And then slowly you start to morph into like,
slowly you can't move your penis.
Because fillers are catching a lot of heat right now too for how much they stay in your system. I guess that's just probably because they've been so popular, and then now people are starting to see the long terms. Yeah,
absolutely. And it blocks your lymphatic flow after a while of doing it. And they show like underneath it, like
hearing a lot about
lymphatic
system now, how important it is.
I know. It's like a trendy TikTok talks about everything.
I'm super into like health now, just because I mean I've stopped drinking and everything like that, and I'm paranoid because I've just like treated my body so bad that I think karma's coming back pretty hard on me.
No, you look great.
Thanks.
You really do.
But yeah, it's just I've been seeing everything, doing experiments on my own body. Nothing like creepy, but yeah. I mean, I just recently I got these red spots right now because I OD'd on steak sauce the other day.
Oh, really?
Seriously, because I took out sugar, been no sugar, no anything, not even like fruit.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because I think I drank myself diabetic.
That's very possible. You could be insulin resistant now.
Yes, that I am.
Okay.
And I mean, this is me diagnosing myself, but
yeah.
Me too. Yeah. I write off on it. It's me. I know everything about it.
Yeah.
But then like every time, and it was like sugar-free sauce and everything like that, but it still had tapioca starch in it and stuff like that, and then it'll flare up. Like I'll flare up. I'll get it on my neck and on my forehead.
So that could be like a candida that's feeding off of whatever kind of starch you're putting in there.
Maybe.
And that maybe this is like, does it get itchy?
No, it doesn't get itchy.
It's just red?
It's just red.
Interesting.
I
had spots here. One time I remember I was like, I got a shower and I put some like lotion on.
I had bad eczema every time I would eat sugar.
That's
or anything.
candida.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's candida, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually,
weird.
yeah. Your body's chewing it down,
Because all I've been eating now is so I quit drinking like almost 2 years ago. And then I recently got off the pot, but then I eat red meat, sauerkraut, avocados, and some greens.
So you got the good fat, you got the good meats.
Yeah.
You got the
like only grass-fed meat,
fermented foods, which are amazing for you,
belly,
for your gut. Yeah.
And then and I've noticed that my hernia went away.
The inflammation has gone down, like that kind of
totally, and stuff like. But now since I'm on such a strict for me diet, anything that is out of the norm, well, I can see the effects of it. Like,
well, they say if you have a dirty glass and you drop some dirt in it, you don't notice. But if you have a clean glass of water and you drop dirt in it, obviously your body's going to be like, hey, what's going on? So you cleaned yourself up.
Yeah, but now it's like
you feel it right away.
Yeah, I feel it right away, and it's wild, man.
That's good. Well, really listen to your body now.
Yeah.
Now you can listen to yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of comics are getting into this whole like not fucking up their bodies anymore.
Well, it's just like if you want any longevity too, it's like as you do it longer and you stick with it, it's like you're less like occupied with like the magic of like just having fun up there. You know, it's just like, well, I need to start trying to make some money at doing this, and this is the only skill I have. You know, and like the only thing that does it is your brain. So it's like trying to concentrate on how well you can do it.
Yeah, and you get brain fog from a lot of that stuff too. All that candida and all that stuff that's floating around in your body. Yeah.
But do you think the candida's from the meat that I've been eating?
I don't think so. I think it might be like you said, like you were having stuff with tapioca starch.
Yeah, but it's like I only had that once. But like when I say I had steak sauce, like I had a lot of steak sauce.
How much steak sauce do you eat?
So like
I had a lot of steak sauce last night.
Like more steak sauce than steak?
No, just like I had. But it's like it was. There's like I looked at it and I was like. It's like tapioca starch. What's that? And just like my whole face is just like flared up, and I'm looking it up. But yeah, I mean,
maybe there was like a spice in there or something too.
I don't know.
That sucks.
I shouldn't be eating that much steak sauce.
I'm really curious to see how much steak sauce you had.
I had a lot. It was half the bottle.
That's a lot.
And then for the next meal, I had the other half. Yeah.
What, is it just the half a bottle? No food with it though.
No, it was steak.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, steak sauce is really good. I get that.
Delicious.
I get barbecue sauce, steak sauce.
Hey
put
man,
honey
don't be
in
talking
it.
to me about steak sauce.
I know.
It's a high steak sauce,
but it was like the good. It was like the good shit. It was like the primal foods, like sugar free. But then you got that fake stuff that shoots
your blood sugar.
yeah,
up?
blood sugar
Like
crazy.
A1 and those kinds of.
Yeah, but it's like a healthy A1, healthy, but then
okay.
it has like whatever. It has
So it has a
squash,
sweetener in it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they use.
It does. It has fake sweeteners. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, like sucralose and stuff like that. That's
I don't know about that.
that's
This
bad
one
for
was
you.
like the cleanest one I could find, but I narrowed it down to the tapioca starch.
Dude, they have. I remember the bottles of Heinz, and right in the front it says no sugar added. So you're like, boom, that's mine. You get it home and you're like,
No.
oh, sucralose.
Yeah.
You're like, that's so manipulative.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
I know, and that
So
sounds
mad.
worse too, because
Yeah.
it's like
It's terrible.
concentrate and it like shoots it through the roof.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then
yeah.
it stays in your brain, and
I know. And then you just more.
Yeah.
It's bad for your intestines too. It's really bad for your gut.
Yeah.
The sucralose. It can give you diarrhea like pretty quick if you eat enough of it. I know because I was eating a lot of the protein bars with sucralose in them. And then because I was like, oh, I'm feeling really skinny. I'm just going to keep eating them. And then I got diarrhea. And then, sorry, I'll talk about diarrhea again.
Let it out.
Yeah. let it out.
Okay.
But then I was like, I was like, I don't know. Well, I'm just going to keep, the only thing I can eat because I feel so sick is the bars.
Yeah.
Not putting it together.
Slippery slope.
I know. So it just kept going in and out and in and out and in and out. And I finally figured out it was just from the sucralose in the bars. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I did that
pretty
with
bad.
vitamin water. Used to love vitamin water like years and years ago, and I would drink it, and then every time I would have diarrhea afterwards.
Really?
You just
And
thought
then-
you were a diarrhea
And
guy.
I thought
Turns out
I was just, yeah, I was just like, oh, this is, oh,
He's a
what a
diarrhea.
coincidence. Every time. But whatever was in there, my body just didn't care for.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, oh yeah, it does taste very like.
I think it is one of
Sweetened.
those, like Splenda or one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a fake sweetener in there.
Ugh.
Let's see. What else can I cover here? So the toxin, it cuts off communication between your nerve cells by destroying something called SNAP25. It's a protein that it actually controls the release of certain neurotransmitters. So it's like you're just disrupting the process of communication between, the nerve cell and the protein so that it paralyzes that muscle.
So where's that impulse that goes to that muscle that does nothing? Then does that just deaden, or does it actually go back to the other muscle and because it caused to the compensation of it? Like you know what I mean? Like,
oh, that's a good question. I don't know once the energy is expended where it goes.
because that's weird. Because like you're basically saying to your body, hey, this part of your body's dead. So like,
yeah.
will it? I mean, is there a possibility? I wonder if like it will stay like that, right?
Well,
Paralysis or
I don't know if it's long term, but I will tell you that for a fact, you will over time get atrophy. Because if you don't use it,
Right.
you lose it,
Mhm.
right? So anything you don't use in your body's like, all right, well, let's get rid of it. So eventually, the bad part is, that's why you should continue to do things like facial massage and exercise if you're going to do it, because you want to keep those muscles nice and juicy. Otherwise, your body's just going to be like, oh, you don't need those muscles anymore.
Yeah.
Then you have less to fill up the skin and more ways for your face to look wrinkly and old.
Totally.
Yeah, so that's not good. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I just feel like and like you were talking before about like the fillers now getting their like their time in the, people are talking about them to get some heat
Mhm.
because we just kind of do stuff and we do it and then we're like we don't even think
Well,
like
especially
what's this-
vanity stuff.
vanity stuff.
Yeah.
You put it on, you're like, oh, how's this going to affect me in 20 years or 15 years, whatever. It seems so far away. I think the same thing with phones. I always feel like an old man saying it, but like it really hasn't been that, long that we've had these things.
I know.
Right.
So, but it's so ingrained in what we do that it's almost kind of like just take care of yourself in other ways.
right.
Try to don't give yourself radiation other places or whatever. Or
if you can help
eating.
it.
Yeah, if you can help it.
I just got like 400 mammograms, but and everything's fine. But yeah.
Yeah.
Just for fun. I just like the way it feels.
Weekend warrior.
Yeah.
I like it.
But yeah, so I was just reading the thing that I pulled up earlier. It can actually reach the brainstem. I don't know what that actually will do at the brainstem. It just doesn't sound great. It was surprising. I'm reading that it was the discovery of that was surprising, but I think for the most part, it's just basically the things that we talked about, where it's like the drooping, the atrophy. In 25 years, they haven't really found to be that many. What's the word I'm looking for?
Cases?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, cases of bad a bad Botox. How do you have bad Botox?
Yeah.
It's not poisonous.
Yeah.
So you just sort of have to, I guess, just sort of feel it out for yourself. So I think if there's anything else. There was a few reported Botox related deaths. I'm not really sure how they just determined that the Botox caused the death, but the FDA started to investigate it, but then they basically said, okay, yeah, well, we can't really prove that that's what it is, because that's kind of what the FDA does. They were like, we can't give you a direct correlation, so we're going to say it's fine.
And they're making so much money off of it anyway.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh God.
There's like a certain amount of like negligible loss or...
Is there brands of Botox?
What's that?
Is there brands?
Oh yeah. I don't remember all the names of them, but yeah, there's different brands of Botox.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my
Oh yeah,
gosh.
exactly. And I wonder if some of them are stronger than others. It's possible. Yeah, Alex is saying yes. Yeah, there's definitely brands, just like there are brands of fillers.
Yeah.
And so I mean, they're selling all of that stuff just in
But
gallons.
it's all pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, it's pharmaceutical, but it's mostly cosmetic.
Wow.
Yeah. There was a 2022 study that reviewed people who regularly got Botox. They did show some changes in their muscle composition, which is kind of what I was saying. Also the function and appearance up to 4 years after their last injection. So that's kind of a long time.
That is,
that's
a long time.
That's a risk you're taking.
Well, it's a trauma to your body to kind of go over. So I think it would take a while for...
And then you have to you have to reestablish that connection between, your body's like, oh, you've been ignoring us. Now what do we do?
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it'd be too much of a disruption. And there's people that when they have it, you clearly can tell that they've had it.
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part, yeah. I guess over time it does kind of, like, you have to really know them, but like if they don't have any facial movement, it's not something you get used to.
It seems like I always think that it's Botox, but it's I think a lot of times it's also a combination of Botox and filler. So it's like,
oh right,
that's what it like the push pull of the face.
Yeah, yeah.
All of a sudden you're like, whoa, that's 3D bad.
Whoa, I like the push pull of your face, like it's just suspended in air.
Yeah, and then they just blow it up.
It's true. Yeah, anything that like starts to sink in, we want to fill in with stuff. But it's just, I mean, people do what they want, and I don't judge. And I'm sure at some point I'll be rethinking all of this. I don't know. I used to be like, there's no way I'm ever doing Botox.
But natural, it always seems like the way.
It's always better. It always looks better.
Yeah.
Over time.
The longer, like the more thought out and or longer it takes to do something or accomplish something is always the better way, because that's always like the more natural.
That's so true.
Because the quick change is devastating.
Yeah.
Do you have experience with that?
No, it's just
in life, I guess.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
But I was. There's PRP for face too, right?
Yeah. So tell us that you. So we were talking about PRP on another episode.
So
tell us about your PRP.
I had my ACL and MCL on this leg done 20 years ago, and then recently re-injured it and didn't know what it was. Went to the doctor, and then I was waiting so long for the orthopedic surgeon, and then I finally just went and got injections in my leg, PRP, and that's platelet-rich plasma, right?
Right.
And then, he drained my knee, drained a cyst on the back of my knee, and then did the PRP in there. We were joking, Rose and I were joking that I was going to go there because there's a menu of what you can get. That's why I only bring it up, because you can get like cosmetic stuff. I was just going to come back with a still a bad knee, full head of hair, just rock hard dick. Because you can get a dick injection in there too.
You can?
Yes. It's on the menu. I know.
Oh my God.
And I asked the nurse, I was just like, so when you inject it in here, is it just to stay local, or does it go all throughout the body? She's like, just local. Why?
Like she's thinking maybe you wanted to travel.
Yeah. I was just like, well, there's some upgrades I would like to have.
Yeah, you like massaging up and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Some upgrades.
But yeah, and then the pain was terrible afterwards, because it gets worse before it gets better.
Oh,
so
okay, that's good to know.
But it was like my knee was so bad. That's why the pain was so bad, because it was fixing like a lot of stuff in there. And then it was like clockwork, like a couple days ago, or like exactly a week after I did it, then it started just feeling better.
Oh, wow.
And then it's been steadily getting better, and I guess it steadily gets better for months.
So it just sort of stimulates healing? Is that what it's doing?
Yeah. So I guess the platelets out of your own blood, they take blood, centrifuge it, and then they put it into just do it right where the bad parts of the knee are.
How many shots did they give you?
Give me 3.
Okay. And they hurt going in?
I mean, kind of, but I've had pain in this knee for so long, but it almost felt better because I knew it was the intent was there to help, so I didn't even care. And then, but yeah, I couldn't walk for a couple days afterwards.
And now it's pretty much
I mean,
back
it's
to normal, or?
I still gotta work it out, but I mean, it's feeling better every day.
That's awesome.
I know, it's wild, and I was just thinking how that works with like cosmetic, because don't they inject it into?
They do. I don't know exactly how they put it on, but I know that they do a roller a lot of times with the little needles, right?
The derma roller?
Yeah, micro needling.
Yeah, okay.
Right. And then so that it opens up the skin, and then they put that stuff on top of it so it sinks in.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's the one you said, vampire facial, right?
Yeah, that's the vampire facial.
Okay.
We talked about that. I kind of want to
And
do
it's your
that.
own blood?
It's your own blood. Yeah. They do exactly what you just said. Put it in the centrifuge. They spin it out. Yeah. BYOB. Yeah, exactly.
BYOB?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah.
That's wild.
I know.
Interesting.
It was, and it was fast, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do they take the blood from?
Just my arm.
Oh, okay.
And just my arm, and they had me there because I wasn't even I was just there for a consultation.
Oh.
And they're like, bring food just in case you want to do it right there.
Oh, hell.
And I was like, I don't think I'm gonna want it. So then obviously I'm in there. They're like, yeah, do you have something to eat? We can do it right here if you want. I was just like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Limped in, limped out.
What was the deal with the snacks? Why did you have to eat?
I don't know. It's something with the blood, I guess.
Oh, okay. Like they needed your blood sugar to not be crashing or something.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
They want to spin the good stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. And the guy kept trying to offer me Sprite. I was like, I don't drink Sprite anymore.
Oh, there's sweetness in there, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, right.
So how long does it take when they take your blood and then they spin it for, did they tell you how long?
Honestly, I was eating beef jerky and took like 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. And they came back in, the doctor comes in, and he's seeing like 10 people because, insurance.
I thought you were going to say he's making a ton of money.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is. No, he is. He's just going around, just telling people pricing and everything like that,
Wow, man.
injecting it. I mean, it works. It works.
It's great though because it's from you.
Yes.
That's what's really cool about it. You know what you're getting.
Uh-huh.
I think that's
it was
pretty cool.
wild. And it's like, or you could get the PRP plus, which is stem cells.
How do you get the stem cells?
Exactly. I mean, you paid $2,000 more.
But where do they come from?
That's
Oh, interesting.
I thought you got stem cells from like fetuses.
I think it's from umbilical cord.
So it's someone else's.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Right.
So yeah, I didn't have the cash for that, but I just took the PRP and ran.
Yeah.
Literally.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Steve Miller Band?
Yeah, Steve Miller Band. Take the PRP and run. Man, so then the stem cells, just out of curiosity,
Yeah.
that would help to heal the process more? Is
Even
that like,
more, I guess.
Even more?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I think it's fascinating that they've actually looked inside the body as opposed to looking outward, or maybe looking outward and then being like, well, let's just see what.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And then I went
Regeneration.
to the orthopedic because I still hadn't gotten an MRI because I was still worried that I might have a torn ACL still, and I went in there and I told the doctor that I got the PRP, and he just immediately switched on me, like kind of was a little standoffish just because that industry is taking away, making the orthopedic totally obsolete.
That's crazy.
So it's like it's down the middle.
He doesn't
so it's
wanna
like
hear that.
all insurance covers is the orthopedic. It doesn't cover anything about stem cells or PRP.
Mhm.
That's stupid.
It is stupid, but it's like there's so much money that they would lose. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you said, like you were talking before, how like it's so hard to see an orthopedic, right? So the fact that like that's the case, that they're still the ones that have all the business. There's a lot of people in there. So
Of course, but it was orthopedic through like Medi-Cal, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
Oh, that's
so
right,
I gotta
yes.
wait
yes.
and fucking communism. So so then but the PRP, they were just like, hey, get in here today, and then how fast can you
makes
do
sense.
it just because you're paying out of pocket?
I was gonna
And
say-
they like cash, you know. So
Yeah.
it was wild.
Is it expensive?
yeah, I mean, I got a cyst drained, the Baker cyst I had on the back.
What's a Baker cyst?
It's a cyst that develops, I think, from trauma from injuring my knee,
yeah.
and so that's why I couldn't fully. But they did that. That was $250, but the injection, the PRP injection, was $850. So
whoa,
yeah.
That's expensive to put your own.
Yeah,
blood
but
back.
it can gauge. That's on the upper end, but this guy's been doing it. I think he's like the guy out here. I just knew him from the radio.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
You just heard him on the radio, like as an ad?
Yeah. The right-wing radio talk that I listen to.
It worked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
so. What do
hilarious.
you like? What's like the top one? Like new car smell, and then you have like you inject it, and they like give you all these different things. Like you want to vacuum.
Oh, what you're talking about? Like menu?
Like the menu. Like is it like ridiculous, or is it like
It literally says penis injection. It was one. I was just like,
That's all it says is that. Oh, like different types.
But
of
yeah, but it's
okay.
PRP, head injection, like for hair.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
wow.
knee. But yeah, those are
Dude.
really the only ones I saw, because I mean,
And
it's like looking in a mirror. Yeah.
But the PPRP.
The PPRP.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
PPRP.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I wanted to go back to really fast before we're done with all of our Botox talk.
I think said really fast.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm just
it's
kidding. No, I'm
50
kidding.
I was going to say, there were some people that received some injections with counterfeit products. Now that scares me. So I think a lot of times, and I'm just guessing, people go to like Tijuana and go to places like that. I've known some women who have done that and just gotten like weird fillers and different things, and you don't know what the hell you're getting in there. And sometimes the stuff is really toxic and bad for you. And so it was actually counterfeit Botox. So just if you're going to do it, just make sure that, I guess, look at the box. I don't know. Or just, if it's a reputable doctor, they're not going to put in, Botox.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be getting beef gravy.
Yeah.
Somebody could have been. Who knows what's in that stuff? Yeah. But,
So is it something that kind of does the same thing, or
What's
like
I
the
guess.
counterfeit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or is it just something that
Maybe it just doesn't do anything.
do anything?
Yeah. But
Weird.
but it was really, I guess it made them sick, or I don't know.
Okay.
So yeah.
counterfeit botulism. Counterfeit. Was it bacteria
This isn't
that goes
toxic
in?
enough.
Yeah, it's not toxic enough. Yeah, this is not bot. You call this botulism? I can stand up halfway.
Yeah, so that was my big spiel on that.
I dig it.
On the non-health benefits of Botox. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about your PRP though.
So am I. I'm looking forward to it.
You have to check back in. We'll check back in with you
Mm-hmm.
because that is very interesting.
Seriously, it's been wild, and and I couldn't take ibuprofen because it messes with the blood and it messes with the healing.
Oh shit.
So it's like I had to just wear it. They're like, you can take Tylenol, but I'm like, don't want anything in my system.
Mhm.
Rose and I trying to have kids.
Oh, that's great.
So it's just like I don't want to put anything in my system
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
So it's like I was just like white knuckling this, just doing it for the child.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
Yeah.
kind of fun. Like I find it fun myself that I know what I eat. I know what goes into my body as much as I possibly can. And I like removing one thing and seeing how it affects my body. It's almost like I owe it to yourself. I feel like I owe it to myself to like fine tune and like see where where I'm at, what's more optimal for me, what makes me feel better and healthier. And I'm having fun doing it. So I think that's kind of the thing. You have to want to do it or have something to look forward to. Like you want to have kids. There's like a, something there. I like Nikki. I take care of Nikki because I want her to be around for a long time because I don't plan on
He does
doing
take care
anything.
of me, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I know.
I want her to be set up so that I don't have to do a thing.
I've been debating on whether or not I should say this. Like I'm announcing my own pregnancy, but since I stopped doing dairy,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, dairy is another thing. Yeah. Done.
yeah, I don't
Done.
do dairy anymore.
There's no need for
I've
your
only
body.
I used to get migraines enough that I had to take at least 9 pills a month, and that's me splitting them in half. So it would be like a day and a half of migraines, like several times a month. I have almost 2 full boxes at home.
Yeah,
And
that's right. You haven't had any.
Isn't that weird that we're like, if something goes away, you don't really think about it until you do think about how much you don't have to think about it.
I know.
Ye-
I'm just
yeah,
hoping I'm not
yeah.
jinxing myself. That's the only thing.
Totally.
There's no such thing.
Okay.
But-
There's no such things as jinx.
Especially with the migraines or headaches. What I've realized too is salt.
Oh yeah.
Like unrefined sea salt. It's just, I've been taking that with water, and it just hydrates the hell out of you.
The unrefined. Oh yeah. The unrefined sea salt. Right. Yeah. I started doing that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, along with the good water.
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't have great
Nikki
water.
started making her own Gatorade before we run off track here, but you're literally like making her own like the seasoning. You put a little paprika in there,
Sea salt, lemon.
Yeah,
Totally.
Yep.
It's the best.
it's good for you.
It's good. And I put a little stevia in there.
Totally.
Yeah.
Get that out of my face.
Yeah. Get it out of your face.
Because
I
it
know.
will get on my face in the forms of red marks.
Taylor, you are the best, dude.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much for being here, man. It's always a
didn't know how
pleasure
much
to
I
talk
needed
to
this
you.
right here today.
Oh,
Beautiful,
yeah,
man.
It's fantastic stopping by.
we're gonna have you back for sure.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe we this is the first time we've had you on. So yeah, we're for sure gonna have you back. Where
can people
we
find you on social?
Social, Taylor Bos, Taylor Bos, Boss 1S, and that's on social. And then be looking for, I'm doing the live painting show. I got Kevin Nealon is going to be my next guest.
No way.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And if you don't know, Kevin Nealon is a fantastic visual artist. And we'll be making art together on stage at the Comedy Store. So that's going to be happening in, I believe, January, because I didn't know what was going on with my knee.
Mm-hmm.
But look for it on Instagram. So Taylor Bos.
That just gave me goosebumps. That's so cool because I know that he's a really good artist as well.
I can't wait to do it.
That's exciting,
Super
man.
cool.
That'll be so
Oh,
cool.
I'm excited. All right. Yeah. Don't forget to remind us, please, too.
Of course.
And
Yeah.
watch Taylor Bos's comedy. Taylor Bos is a fantastic comedian, and his name is also one of my favorite jokes that he does.
Thank
It's so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, you're the best, dude.
You are.
All right. Well, thanks again for coming and being here. We love you.
My pleasure, Nikki.
And we will see you soon. Tell Rose we said hello.
Fantastic. We'll do.
Okay. All right. All right. So let's wrap it up. We'll see you guys next week.
All
Bye.
right. Let's go eat Drano.
Yeah.